My topic is docking. Docking. It is an attempt to find the best matching between the two molecules, and it is also defined as docking. It is a method which predicts the preferred orientation of one ligand when it is bound to the active site of the stable complex, and this is shown in this picture. And here it shows the docking of the small molecules, that is a ligand with a protein receptor that is seen as in the green color to form a complex. Here the ligand is seen in the brown color and the protein receptor is seen in the green color. And docking, it is a process in which the two compounds bind together, or it is referred as the orientation of the ligand in which they are bound in an active site to form a stable complex. And the basic mechanism behind the docking, it includes lock and key mechanism, and the lock and key mechanisms is referred as finding the correct relative orientation of the key which will open up the lock. And here on the surface of the lock, it is the keyhole, and in which the direction to the key is turned is inserted. And the protein can be thought as that of the lock, and the ligand can be thought as that of the key. And the ligand and protein can be joined together as in the lock and key mechanism. Here the key examples for the lock and key and the joining up of the ligand with the protein molecule, it includes the binding up of the NVP to the crystallographic structure for the HIV and its reverse transcriptase. And here the green colored complex is the P51 subunit of the HIV, and red colored complex is the P66 subunit of the HIV, and these two act as the ligand and protein by forming the key and lock mechanism. And molecular docking. Molecular docking, it is a method to achieve an optimized conformation for both receptor and the ligand, and the relative orientation between the protein and ligand such that the free energy of the overall system is minimalized. Successful docking methods search high-dimensional spaces effectively and use a scoring function that corrects the rank candidate dockings. Here the target molecule and ligand is joined together to form a molecular docking complex, that is a ligand target complex. And what is the importance of the molecular docking? And this used to identify the ligand's correct binding geometry with the binding site, and for the prediction of the binding affinity by the scoring function. And from this method we can use to design certain rational design for the drugs. The type of the docking, it can occur by the lock and key mechanism and induced feed mechanism. In lock and key mechanism, that the ligand and the protein that acts as a lock and key, and they join together to form the complex. And the induced fit, here it is more considered when the complex is not rigid, and here when the ligand is joined together with the receptor, it forms as an induced conformation, and they are joined together to form the complex. And an enumeration on the rotations of one of the molecule is performed, and every rotation of the energy is calculated. Later the most optimum pose is selected. And the docking can obtain between protein ligand, protein and protein nucleotide. And these are the diagrams showing the docking between the protein and the ligand, and between two proteins, and protein with the nucleotides. And kinds of docking, it includes bound docking, unbound docking, global docking, and local docking. And what are the characters of the bound docking and the unbound docking? In bound docking, the complex structure is known, and the receptor and the ligand in the complex are pulled apart and they are reassembled. In the bound docking, the goal is to reproduce a non-complex where the starting coordinates of the individual molecules are taken from the crystal of the complex. And in the unbound docking, the individually determined protein structures are used. And here in the unbound docking, which is a significantly more difficult problem, the starting coordinates are taken from the unbound molecules. And next one is the global docking. In the global docking, the general problem includes a search for the location of the binding site and search to figure out the exact orientation of the ligand in the binding site. And a program that it makes the global docking. And global docking is more demanding in the terms of the computational time, and the results are less accurate. And the next one is the local docking, and in the local docking it includes sometimes the location of the binding site is known, and in this case we only need to orient the ligand in the binding site, and in this case the problem is called as the local docking. And what are the type of the interaction that is seen between the dockings of the proteins and ligands? These includes electrostatic forces, electrodynamic forces, steric forces, and solvent related forces. And forces which electrostatic origin are due to the charges which is residing in the matter is known as the electrostatic forces. And the most widely known is probably the van der Waals interaction. This is also known as the electrodynamic forces. This is one of the weakest interaction, which is known as the van der Waals interactions. And steric forces, it is caused by the entropy. For example, in cases where the entropy is limited, there may be forces to minimize the free energy of the system. And solvent related forces, these are due to the structural changes of the solvent, and it can be generated when ions collides and the proteins are added into the structure of the solvent, and the most commonly are hydrogen bond and hydrophobic interactions. And stages in the docking, it includes target receptor selection and the preparation, ligand selection and the preparation, docking, evaluating docking results. And it is here it is shown a typical docking flow chart. Here first the target is selected and the target is prepared, and ligand is selected and ligand is prepared, and it occurs docking and evaluating the docking results. And the receptor selection and preparation, here it includes the building up of the receptor and the identification of the active site. These are the steps that is occurring in the docking. First, building up of the receptor. Here the 3D structure of the receptor should be considered, which can be downloaded from the PDB, and the available PDB, it is the protein data banks, and the available structure should be processed, and the receptor should be biologically active and it must be stable. For a proper docking to take place, the receptor must be biologically active and stable, and it must be processed, and identification of the active state. The active state within the receptor should be identified, and the receptor may be active site, but the one of the interest should be selected. And ligand selection and preparation. Ligands can be obtained from the various databases like Zinc, PubChem, or can be stretched using tools like Chemstech. And the docking. Here the ligand is docked onto the receptor, and the interactions are checked, and the scoring function generates scores, and depending on which the best fit ligand is selected. Here the receptor and the ligand, different receptors and ligands are scored, and based upon which gain the best scores and here it is selected as the induced fit ligand. And the different softwares that is used for scoring up of the proteins and ligands, it includes Sanjeevani, which is produced by IIT Delhi, and Gold software by University of Cambridge, UK, Autodoc by Scripps Research Institute in USA, and GenDoc by Generic Evolutionary Method for Molecular Docking, and Hex Protein Docking by University of Aberdeen in UK, and GRAM, that is Global Range of Molecular Matching, that is a protein docking method. It is produced by the Center of the Bioinformatics by University of Kansas, USA. And the applications of the docking, it includes as virgin screening, drug discovery, bioremediation, etc. And virtual screening, it is a method in which the docking with the scoring function, it can be used to quickly screen large databases of potential drugs in the silico to identify the molecules that are largely bind to the protein target of the interest. And drug discovery docking can be used to predict in where and in which the relative orientation of the ligand binds to the protein, and this information may in turn be used to design more potent and selective analogs. Bioremediation, and this protein ligand docking, it can be used to predict pollutants that can be degraded by enzymes. These are the applications, and this is the end of the video. Thank you.